Hey guys, and welcome to Hustle Fit Empire team training. Since we're not doing the team call, thank you so much for being understanding about that. My oldest is definitely hacking and just been struggling with a fever and this nasty cough. And then I finally got Logan down for a nap at 5 o'clock. And he usually takes a nap at 1 o'clock. So my afternoon was full of cranky baby on top of coughing kiddo. So I was like, there's no way that this is going to work. So thank you for your understanding. And I want to start off with the announcements that I was going to do before I went into the training. First announcement is Bar Blend sample workout is available today. So there are a couple ways to share this with your prospects. The first way is if they already have Beachbody on demand and you just think it's going to be something for somebody that already has it, then just tell them to go into their workout library. It will say Bar Blend, and then it will say sample workout at the very top. Second way is you go into your coach office, go under shareable media, which is under Grow My Business, and then click on Bar Blend and scroll down until you hit videos, and then click on the sample workout, and then you could get a Vimeo link. This is what I send to either my prospects, or I will explain a little bit later, but when somebody says not interested, I usually send them a free workout. I have been sending out the Morning Meltdown sample workout, but now that Bar Blend is out, that is the sample workout that I'm going to send out when people say not interested, because it's for everyone. There is a modifier, there is a medium, and there is an advanced. If you have not tried this, you need to either do it on top of your normal workout so you don't fall behind, or you need to double up the next day or whatever. You need to try this workout. I tried it today because it was my day off with 6 weeks of the work, and I was sweating craziness. I never expected it to be that hard. I'm so excited for this program. Even if you think it's not for you, guys, I was not excited about this program when they announced it at Summit. I was like, oh, yippee, we get to be on a bar, we get to do ballet. Totally not me. But you know what? I was like, I can't judge it until I try it, and I'm totally in love, and I'm totally excited. So if you have the same thoughts I did where you're like, just try it. That's all I have to say. Just try it. Okay, that's announcement number one. Announcement number two, I am co-hosting a Black Friday sale. We will begin later this week, so invite your prospects, invite people you already have on your team. You guys can obviously come. This is going to be for anybody. It is up to 70% off on stuff, guys. So whether you're a coach or you're a customer or you have not purchased anything yet, you can get a discount, guys. Success Club is obviously part of our business. If you want to hit Success Club, or you at least want a paycheck, you need to get people into this Black Friday sale. So let me know if you want in at least, and then I will give you the link, and then you can save that link and you can get your people in. Because I am going to be going over inviting and follow-up, guys, but not everybody says yes right away, but some people might say yes to a sale. Now, let's go to Success Club. So Success Club is obviously a vital thing to hit for Beachbody. It is huge. It is how we see whether our business is growing or not, but I will also be 100% honest with you. You can make good paychecks without hitting Success Club. If you get somebody started with a tub of Energize, if you get somebody started with a tub of Recover, if you get somebody started with Shakeology but not Home Direct, if you get somebody started with Performance Line but not Home Direct, or you get somebody started with Just Fitness, guys, there are ways to make money without hitting Success Club. Now, I'm going to fully say I highly recommend, and I shoot for every single month hitting Success Club. But just know that you can make paychecks in way other ways. So if you are all interested in the Black Friday sale, let me know. I will get you into it. Last announcement. I think I've decided to switch our team calls from the end of the month to the beginning of the month, especially because December, the end of the month, like people are checked out. It is Christmas time. It is New Year's time. You guys quite possibly might be traveling. I know that Austin is going to be out of school. So I decided to move December's team call to next week. So that's not a lot of notice, I know, but December's team call is going to be next week, December 2nd at 5 p.m. Fingers crossed, I have healthy kiddos and a normal baby that sleeps, and we can do an actual team call and we can see each other and we can chat and we can go over things. I am going to talk about goal setting because 2019 may not have ended how you wanted, but you cannot let it ruin your business. We are going to go into focusing on 2020. We are going to go into vision boards. We are going to go into how to set your goals to push you. We are going to go over all of that. So December 2nd, 5 p.m., mark your calendars. Okay, those are my 3 announcements. You guys are all killing it. I'm loving it. And if you are not in my mentorship and you want to be, you decided you want to earn some extra money for Christmas or for January or whatever, let me know because that is going. I know that some of you are in it and I'm loving it. I'm loving having you guys. But let's go into the part of this training, inviting and following up. So this can be a humongously super complicated process. I'm going to try to simplify it as much as I can for you guys and make it to where it makes sense the most. So first off, with invites, if you're in my mentorship, you've already heard this, so sorry, but invites are not always to get them to say yes. It is to get them to watch you guys. There are a lot of times that I invite and I plant those seeds, and then like a year later or 6 months later, I'll go to reconnect with them and they're like, yeah, I've been watching you. I'm ready to join. Or I even had one chick who I never invited who was watching me and messaged me and was like, okay, I want your results. What do I do? Now, this was last year, so it's not happening this year. But just know, guys, that people are watching, especially once you send an invite, because you planted that seed like, oh, maybe I could do that. Like when I found out about this opportunity, it took me 3 weeks. I thought about coaching every single day. I stalked my coach on social media. I stalked her website. I stalked YouTube. I mean, it was on my mind. So once you send that invite, it is on their mind. You have planted that seed. So statistically, 1 in 10 is going to say yes. Now, that is not for every coach. I will be fully honest. I have yet to hit that 1 in 10 because the way I invite, I would be signing up 7 people every single week, and that does not happen. So mine is probably more like this. I don't want to tell you this to scare you, but just to give you some reality. Mine is probably more like 1 in 75, 1 in 100. I am obviously pushing to make that more. I am adding more value. I have a free group going. My posts I'm getting more intentional with. My stories, all of that. But right there is where I'm at right now. So just know, if you're like, I sent out 10 invites last week and everybody said no or ignore me. Totally normal. It's okay. Don't get discouraged, especially this time of year, guys. You're going to get no after no after no, after I'm too busy, after this is my crazy time of the year. And you know what? Make those into posts. I don't know if you've been following my posts, but you have probably seen a lot about busyness, a lot about the holiday season, and a lot about time to yourself and the importance of it during the holiday season, because by now 90% of Americans have given up on themselves. We are the strange 10% that is still working hard to hit our goals, that is still working hard to stay healthy, that is using the holidays as one day instead of holiday month, holiday week, all of that. So here's my system, and here's the first thing that I want you guys to do. I want you guys to write out a list of 100 people that you know. This may be coworkers, this may be friends, this may be family, this may be your Facebook friends, this may be some Instagram acquaintances that you've made that you really like, this may be your boyfriend's friends, this may be your husband's friends. All I know is do not prejudge. Now, if you're like, I don't want to work with guys, then don't write guys down. Just keep it to all women, 100 people that you know. I don't want you to prejudge. I don't want you to write that name down and go, oh gosh, she would never do this. Or, oh gosh, I can't invite that person. We are not going to talk about fear. We are not going to talk about prejudging. I just want you to write 100 names down. Then what you're going to do is you're going to invite from that list minimum 5 days a week. Now, you could start, how I started was 3 people a day. You could do 5 people a day. I do 10 people a day, but you don't need to be at that level if you don't want to be at that level. So I would start with 3 to 5 invites every single day, at least 5 times a week, if not more if you're shooting for big goals. If you want that income for Christmas, you've got to do more than 5. So then from there, you have to make sure you're inviting to coaching and you're inviting to your accountability groups. Nobody is going to join your team. Nobody is going to give you that team volume. Nobody is going to help you rank events if you don't talk about it. You have to be talking about your business. Now, I get it. Inviting to coaching is so much scarier. It still is, and I'm almost at my 4-year mark. I don't know why it's scarier. It's all in our mind because it's no different than asking somebody to join an accountability group. Because if they come back and they're like, no, that's not for me, then you can plop in your accountability group. Then if they still come back, no, it's not for me, then you can do the not interested message, which I will go into later. So inviting to coaching, inviting to accountability groups. So for me, for coaching, what I did for my invite is, most of you probably got a message asking you guys what you thought of me as a coach, why you stuck with me, and all of that. And then I kind of put the common denominators into my coaching invite. So you don't have to do that. I just started that a week ago. My invites used to just say like, hey, I've loved connecting with you and would love to continue. So I wanted to invite you to my upcoming mentorship. In this mentorship, several of us moms, you don't obviously have to put that, are working together to make extra money for the end of the year. I would absolutely love to have you. Would you be interested? Something simple along the lines, guys. Or if you're somebody who's gotten amazing results from Beachbody, then put that in there. I am ready to have somebody help me help others to succeed. I'm ready to have somebody join me on my journey of health and fitness and helping others and all of that. You invite for your own self. I could give you script after script after script, guys, but it has to be in your own words and it has to be you. If you do not make it in your own words and you do not make it you, people are not going to say yes. Now, if it is the right person, you could say completely the wrong stuff and they'll still sign up. But sometimes it's not always the right person. Sometimes people still want to get started, but you made one little wrong word and they're like, oh, peace out. So you make sure your invites are your wording. Accountability groups. Think about how you want to invite to these. Think about how you were invited to these. I know that for me, I used to always put the name of my accountability group in and the start date, and then I stopped doing that. And today was the first time I added in the date at least. So they know like, hey, December 2nd, we're gonna slay the holidays. So I can read you mine, but once again, remember that you need to make sure that these are in your own words. So let me pull mine up. So this may seem crazy, but I've loved connecting with you and would love to continue. So I wanted to reach out and invite you to join me in my accountability group. A bunch of us moms are ending the year off with accountability, dedication to ourselves, and inspiration from myself and the group. We would love to have you join us. Would you be interested in joining my cardio and strength training accountability group? It does not have to be that long. Guys, my first invite said, hey, I just started this program called PIO. I am seeing results and I would absolutely love to have you join me on my journey. That's literally what I sent out for the first several months because I didn't have a transformation yet. I was fully in that. So if you are like, I don't really have a transformation, or I'm restarting and I don't have that transformation yet, do something like that. Like, hey, I started this journey and I just really want a buddy to do it with me. Plain and simple. They don't always have to be formal, guys. Connections. So this is another way that you can invite people, and this is what you're going to have to go to once that 100 list is done. So connections, saying happy birthday on Facebook and then kind of keeping the conversation going for a little bit. So happy birthday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I started this new thing where every Monday I send out happy birthday messages for the entire week. And I wish them a happy birthday on their day. And then I also say, I hope you have a fantastic birth week. This week, I will probably add in, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving on top of your birthday week. Then you are for sure the first person to wish them a happy birthday. And usually they're going to remember that. And then I will just ask them, do you have any fun plans? If they message back, then we kind of keep the conversation going. I usually try to converse with people for 3 to 4 messages, and then I will invite. Sometimes it's sooner, sometimes it's later. But I do try to do that. Now, Instagram, when I do my connections, this is a whole nother training. but make sure that it's your people. Find either through a hashtag of an interest you have, and then find one person, and then go to one of their posts and go to the likes on that post, and then just start adding people. Look at their picture, look at their name, and just click follow, 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 follow. If they are requested, that's fine. Just keep requests, because a lot of times people are moms. They don't want to see a lot of people see that account. And then from there, same thing. I keep the conversation going, roughly 3 to 4. I comment on their hair, I comment on their pants, I comment on their dog, I comment on their kids. When you are looking at somebody's profile and you're like, a thought comes in your mind, you message them that. It doesn't have to be anything formal. Just say, hey, I love your hair. How long have you had it like that? Something like that. Just make sure there's always a question involved. Otherwise, people aren't going to message you back. They're just going to like that message. And then that conversation is done. Then stories and your posts. So I fully think that if somebody is watching your stories and somebody is liking your posts, that is free reign to invite them, even if you have not connected with them, because they are putting themselves on your page. They are showing interest in what you are doing. So my transformation posts and my call to action posts, I invite my likes. And I usually, instead of just saying, hey, thanks for connecting with me, I usually say, hey, I saw that you liked my transformation post, so I wanted to reach out and invite you to my accountability group. And then at the end of the invite, I always add, thank you for your support. If you are just being a cheerleader, I greatly appreciate you. Because I do. I love the support. No, it doesn't mean money in my pocket, and it doesn't mean Success Club, but it means that people are supporting me, and it means that people are watching my posts. And that is one of the most important things when you're growing your business. And then stories, same thing. If somebody is watching your story, I always just say, thank you for watching my stories. I noticed that you watched the day that I was talking about my accountability group. So here's the key, guys. You have to be talking about your business and your accountability groups on your stories. If you're not, then you can't really be inviting them, because they're like, accountability group, you haven't talked about that. You're just showing your workouts. So make sure that you are talking about your accountability groups. Make sure you are talking about your mentorships. Make sure you are talking about your team. Like right now, boomerang the shit out of me on your stories because you're watching a training. That is showing people that you have a training from your coach. You're learning to better help others. All of that. Make sure you are showing what you are doing for your coaching business, and make sure you are showing with your accountability group. So if I do anything for my accountability group, like I do a call every single Monday, I make sure I put that in my stories and say, I recorded my call today for my weekly video in my accountability groups. This is what I talked about this week, all of that. So I hope that helps, guys. That is a little bit about how I do my invites. That was super short and super sweet, but that is exactly how I am inviting to all of my groups and all of my businesses. Now, do not invite anybody to your business that you look at their profile and you're like, I don't want to hang out with them. Don't invite them to your business. You can invite them to your accountability group. That's fine, because you're not going to work as collaboratively with people in your accountability groups. You want to invite to your team to people you want to hang out with. You don't want to get to Summit next summer with 3 of your coaches and hate your life because you realize that you don't get along with any of them. Instead, you want to go to Summit with your coaches and have a blast. So that is what I want you to think about. There's retreats. In the future, I will be hosting team retreats. So I think about that. Would this be somebody that I would like to spend a weekend with in a cabin in the mountains? Would this be somebody that I would like to go spend some time on the beach with? Would this be somebody I would like to go on a cruise with? Make sure that it is somebody that you really feel like you would enjoy hanging out with. Okay, follow-ups. All right, so this is my system. I will share my screen real quick later to show you how I keep track of all of this, but I'm going to explain my system first. So I'm going to give an example. So today, I sent out my 15 invites. Wednesday, I will go through and I will send out a message. I'll read it to you. Once again, though, make sure that this is your wording. Hey, I know Messenger isn't always the best place to communicate. Is there a better way to get in contact? I've had such great results and so much positivity come from my ladies joining my virtual accountability group and coaching team. I just want to make sure that this is something you don't miss out on if you are interested. So after 2 days, if I do not hear from them after I send the invite, that is what I send to every single person, because that covers every single type of invite that I would send. Then, if you don't hear anything from them, guys, I leave it at that. I'm not going to continue to hound you, but I know that I am planting a seed, and I know that they are watching now because I put that seed into them. You reap the benefits from your seeds. Then, say you send the invite and they come back and they're like, yeah, I'm interested. Can I have more information? This is where I will send them the information. Now, I am trying a new thing, so I cannot say 100% it is working, but I am getting a lot more positive feedback. So if somebody says, yes, I'm interested to the coaching invite, I will voice message them and I will say, great, I am so excited that you're excited to learn about my coaching business. I am going to send you a short 6-minute video that goes over what I do, and then we will chat about any questions that you have on it. So then I send a short 6-minute video, which is the same. It's in your back office under that shareable media under Team Beachbody. And I have had people at least be honest and say, sorry, it's not for me. I didn't realize what you were doing. I have some people who say, I'm too busy. I haven't watched the video. Hashtag red flag. They're not going to work the business if they're not taking the time to watch the video. Just remember that. But I've had a lot of positive feedback. Now, if it's an accountability group, yes, I'm interested. I also voice message them and I just explain, like, that's awesome. My private accountability group takes place on an app where I post motivation, I post recipes, I post encouragement. We do little challenges in there, and I get you started on fitness and nutrition to help hit your goals. What are your goals? So I'm asking them to tell me their goals so then I can recommend, like maybe Bar Blend is for them. So I can recommend them. It is in VIP access, but here's the deal you can get. Guys, when programs are in VIP access, you literally get them for free because they put things so on sale. So even if, like, I sold last week a challenge pack to a lady with 6 weeks of the work, I by all means do not want her to start this program right now because she's just getting going. But she has it way sooner than May when the program comes out. So, and it didn't cost her anything extra. It was totally free in there. So that is what I do when they're interested. Now, once they say they are interested, they go on to, I use Google Streak. I will show this to you. They go onto my Google Streak under a column that says interested. Now, if I have not heard from them in 4 days, I message them back and just say, hey, I wanted to see if you had a chance to check out that information that I sent you. Or if it's a video, that video that I sent you. Try to personalize it a little bit. Then if I still don't hear anything back, I wait a week. And then I said, hey, I don't want to be a pest, but I know that you are interested in this. Is this still something that you want to talk about or you are interested in? Then if you still don't hear anything after 2 weeks, I send a message. Just a second. This one I don't remember off the top of my head. Hey, I wanted to let you know I didn't forget about you. When you're ready, I'll still be here and I'd love to have you join my group or my team, whatever you invited them to. And then I move them to a spot where it says did not reply to any of my messages. I do not write those people off. I will invite every single one of those people to the Black Friday sale this week, and I will occasionally invite them to accountability group or a mentorship. At one point, they were interested. Life got crazy, life got in their way, and they stopped replying. Maybe it means they're not interested, and that's okay. They'll at some point tell you. But a lot of the times, it means that life got in the way. And then a lot of the times when I send the pest message out, they're like, oh, you're not being a pest. Life just got crazy. I'm either not interested right now or sorry, let's pick it back up. I've also gotten messages after my I'm still here for you. They say, thank you, sorry, now is not the right time. So don't ever feel like the follow-ups are getting in the way of people. The follow-ups are important, and they really truly show that you care about them and you care about getting them started. So now, if they say, if they say, sorry, if you send out information and they say, sorry, now is not a good time, or you send out the invite and they say not now, then I put them in a column of not now. Now, when they send that, I send out a message about not being interested at this moment. So what it says is, no problem, girl. If you ever want to jump in one down the road, I'd love to work with you. In the meantime, here's a free 30-minute workout you can try for fun. If you ever want a quick sweat sesh, you can do it from home in between busy life. And that is where I add in that free sample workout of Barre Blend. Like I said, I was doing Morning Meltdown. If you want to do Morning Meltdown, that's fine. But I'm choosing to do Barre Blend, where you can kind of advertise that new program. So then if they come back and they're like, oh my God, I love that workout, then you have somebody to get started with Barre Blend. So that is how I do it from there. Now, other follow-ups. These are the ones who people have said not now or not interested, or I have had several people this month say, please get a hold of me because I'm interested for January. So I send 40 of these a week. You do not have to send 40. You could send 20. You could send 10. But do not never send out these messages. These are where your money comes from. Guys, I am at Success Club 4, and every single one of those is from a follow-up. It is not from a new invite. So you have to be sending out these follow-ups. These ones are super simple messages. I just say, hey, Reba, I hope life is treating you well. I know that previously the timing was not right, but I would absolutely love to get you in my upcoming accountability group starting December 2nd. Is the timing right now? Would you like to join me? That is all I say. Sometimes they'll still come back and say, no, now is not the right time. Then I'll send them that free workout because I just started this. So a lot of my follow-ups aren't getting those free workouts yet. If they say, yes, I want more information, then I start back up with the beginning. I do a voice message, I explain my group, and I ask for their goals, and then I put them on the interested part of my Google Streak. So that is how I do all of that. Let me show you my Google Streak so you can kind of see what I am talking about, because it will make a lot more sense to you guys, I think. So here is my Google Streak. So I have the interested, I have the first follow-up, I have the second follow-up, filled out application, never responded, sent link, join group -team, not now, and then sometimes you're going to get those people that aren't in approved countries. So like for these, so it's November 25th. So like this one, Josie Voigt, I need to follow up with. Jared Likely, I need to follow up with. Brittany Taylor, Danielle Martin. I go through this every single day. Yesterday, I did not get to them because my day kind of fell apart. But this makes it so easy to check every single day. Okay, who do I need to be messaging? So now these guys, if they're in this category, I need to message them after a week. So a week ago was the 18th. So all of these guys, I need to send out that second message of, hey, I don't want to be a pest, but I know that you were interested at one point. Are you still interested in learning more? Then they go down to here. So then in 2 weeks, so that would have been the 11th. So the 12th, this Tiffany Jeff Green, I can message and just say, hey, I have not forgot about you. I am here for you when you are ready to join. And then if I still don't hear from her, I put her down into this never responded to follow-ups. So all of these guys that have never responded to follow-ups are getting an invite from me for my Black Friday sale. Just because we never heard back does not mean that they're not interested. Like I said, life, like sent link, then got ignored. It needs accountability, but you just never heard back. So use this, if you're using Google Streak, use this note section so you know why they aren't saying yes right now. Now, when I send, I do have applications, and I had one lady actually fill it out. So I put it in here, and then usually you email back and forth after that. That was November 5th. I cannot get her to message me back on email or Instagram. So tonight I will move her to the never responded to follow-ups because she filled out the application and then went missing. Who knows what happened in her life at that time? Now, if somebody signs up and joins the group or the team, I put them in here so I know and I can track in that month who started. So once December hits, I will probably move all of these guys. Actually, no, I'll probably keep them in there. I'm just going to write under the notes what month, because I like to keep track because Whitney Smith and Amber Stegman, Whitney Smith and Mandy did not purchase a challenge pack, but they already had parts of Beachbody, so I let them in my group. So then you can know, like in a couple months, you can follow back up with them. Hey, are you interested in pre and post workout? Are you interested in Shakeology? All of that. Now, these not now category, as you can see, I have 90. You get a lot of not nows or not interested. So I highlight and I put them in caps what month that they say. So I have a lot of January right now. And then if they just flat out say not interested right now, that's what I write, not interested right now. So then I know, like, okay, that was November 14th. Roughly the middle of December, I can invite her to my January group. Rule of thumb. In December, guys, you should be sending a ton of these follow-up messages, because January is where a lot of people are going to be ready to start this journey. Not in December. A lot of times people use Christmas as their excuse. So if you are getting any not nows right now, make sure you are putting them somewhere to keep track of them. So in January, you can go message them back. You do not have to use Google Streak. I used pen and paper until about a couple months ago, and I switched back to Google Streak. I like Google Streak better. It's easier to not have people fall through the cracks, but you still have to stay up on it. There is Teamsy, but you have to pay for that monthly. There is Asana. You also have to pay for that monthly. And then if you're an Excel person, do an Excel spreadsheet, or you can do Google Streaks, Google Sheets. But Google Streak is free, and that's why I love it. And you can set it up to however it works for your brain and however it works for your business. I have had let me show again. I have had a couple different Google Streaks, and this is the one that I'm loving the most right now. But in 2018, this is what I did. Initial, forming, invite next, invite, came to me for information. Like, it went on, and then it got to be too much. It was just, I had way too much going on. It was so hard to keep track of. So then I moved to this, because they say 7 follow-ups is when they usually say yes. But this got really hard to keep up with as well. So that is why I moved to this that I'm doing now, and I'm absolutely 100% loving it. So I really hope this training helped you guys. It was kind of long, sorry, but take notes, go back, re-listen to it. Inviting and following up is definitely a system that you have to figure out for yourself. Mine is not the same as Annie, who I run my mentorship group with. Mine is not the same as numerous other coaches. Everybody does theirs a little bit different. Now, my follow-ups are the same as Annie's. We send out the same follow-ups with the same system. I don't know how her streak is set up, but we have the same system for follow-ups. So I hope this helps so much, guys. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys all next Monday, December 2nd. Bye, guys.